This gun triggered quite a few individuals. But before we get into that, let's talk about what it is, huh? And well, to do that, we have to talk about Zastava's history for just a minute. Not much, but Zastava developed the M70, their first AK, shot 7.62, of course. Long barrel, all the cool features. Well, on their way to developing the M90, which was basically a long-barreled 5.56, they had a few variants along the way. One of them being the M85, which was the shortened 5.56, more of the crink style. But another variant that really didn't gain a lot of popularity, mainly because it was never adopted, was what was called the M80. Now, it's a long barrel version. It's 5.56, regular rock and lock magazines, if I can speak. But what are the main differences here, huh? Well, of course, you see the wood furniture, which you can do that to an M90 too. You can change out the polymer furniture to wood. No big deal there, right? Well, the M90 itself had an adjustable gas block, a 3-position adjustable gas block. This one has rifle grenade gas block with the gas cutoff. And well, would have come with a grenade spigot. Yugoslavia in general considered every rifleman a grenadier. And well, after the M70, they kind of started getting away from that ideology. The M80 was kind of the mix between where they were switching to the 5.56, but they still wanted their rifles to be able to shoot grenades. And of course, once we get on to the M90, that's no longer a thing. We have an adjustable gas block, and it's basically just a rifle at that point. So the M80 was kind of an in-between. And well, I'm going to drop in some pictures right here, some different variants, and we're going to talk about them real quick. There were two main variants to the M80. The top here being the M80 itself, and the bottom being the M80A. And the main difference is the M80 had a fixed stock and the M80A had an underfolding stock. But if you notice the gas blocks on these two, the M80A actually has the adjustable gas block. So as you can see, they were going through a lot of changes here, even in the 80s when they were coming up with this design. And just for reference, Zastava also made a light machine gun version, an RPK version, called the M82. And again, M82 and the M82A. One having an underfolder, one having a fixed stock. If I can ever get my hands on one, I will do a video on them. And for those of you that heard of the M80 before but thought it was a shotgun, well, it was. Zastava has a habit of giving completely different guns the same designation as the M80 and the M70. And yes, this is a over-under 12-gauge shotgun. It is also designated the M80, but it is not the M80 we are talking about in this video. So yeah, what I did here with this gun, this was originally a Zastava M90 NP. If you don't know what that is, that was an imported model. It never saw any combat action or anything like that. It was strictly for import. Now, I say that because there's not really a big fan base around that gun. I, of course, loved it, and I bought one as soon as it came out. But what it had was an AR mag adapter connected here. That honestly was the weak point of the entire gun. Well, when I got into here, I realized this trunnion, when I went and started changing stuff out, I realized this trunnion was never cut for a rock and lock magazine. I just kind of posted my findings, to help anyone else out that planned on doing something like this. And well, people got mad that I was modifying an NP. I can't understand. These weren't imported very long. They are kind of rare. So I can understand people getting pissed off about it. Fair enough. But here's the thing about it. This gun, first of all, I bought when it first came out. I have no intention of ever selling it. This gun is probably the longest I've owned an AK that I didn't build myself. So this gun will be with me for ever. I don't plan on selling this thing. But the thing about it is, all the modifications I made, okay? I changed out the gas block to basically an M70 gas block, as well as the front sight to an M70 front sight. It's got the night sight on it with the tritium that's of course dead by now. Changed out the muzzle device to just put a grenade spigot on it. And then I took the mag adapter off. those were the major changes here. The mag adapter, of course, took off. It would not accept rock and lock because it didn't have the little piece. Well, I came up with a way to make this work without modifying the trunnion or anything. And what I have is a magnet in here, a piece of metal and a magnet. And well, to be honest, I don't know if it's going to work once the gun heats up and everything. Magnets quit working with heat. But I'm pretty sure it will, for the most part. So, all the modifications I made to this gun, they can all be undone with ease. In fact, the hardest part was the gas block itself, because I believe it actually had to go back just a little bit for the holes to line up with the gas port. Again, not a big deal, because the gas tube itself, it's a little loose. When this is down, it's not, but it's a little loose. Not bad. I like mine loose to begin with, so yeah, no modifications that can't be undone. In fact, in about probably a couple hours, I could have this thing converted right back to its original state. I did put a new trigger guard on it because the original one has 2 holes in it, both in the wrong spot. I have the original trigger guard. I have the original magazine adapter, all in a box somewhere. I'm in the middle of a move. If you can see, I'm in a different location than normal. This thing isn't cleaned up yet, but yeah, I'm going to get this shop cleaned up. It'll be my new shop. And, well, yeah, I'm doing the old thing of holding the camera with my hand right now because my tripod is in a box right now. But yeah, I teased this gun a couple times, and I just wanted to show you guys. But yeah, it definitely made some people mad. And even after explaining to them, that I was not making any serious modifications to this gun, they would not have it. Nope. I basically destroyed this gun, is what they were telling me. So, anyway, take it as what you will. If you don't like that I modified a rare gun that really doesn't have a following, I understand, you know. Your opinion's your opinion there. But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone.